everyone, welcome back to the channel. Sometimes we're our own worst enemies, right? Like when I decided to try stand-up comedy for the first time. Talk about scary. Today we're diving into the 7 signs you might be sabotaging your own success. Because we all have dreams, big or small, and sometimes we get in our own way. Understanding these can help you stop holding yourself back and reach your full potential. So, let's get to it. We all procrastinate sometimes, right? Who hasn't waited until the last minute to do their taxes or finish that work project? But when procrastination becomes a habit, it can be a major sign of self-sabotage. We tell ourselves we work better under pressure, but often we just end up stressed and overwhelmed. Think about it. When you put things off, you're basically telling yourself that your goals aren't important enough to prioritize. You know that feeling when you finally finish something you've been putting off for ages? That sense of relief, accomplishment, even pride? Imagine feeling that way more often. By tackling tasks head-on, you build momentum, gain confidence, and open yourself up to new opportunities. Plus, you avoid that last-minute panic, which is always a good thing. So next time you find yourself reaching for distractions instead of diving into that task, take a moment to consider what's really holding you back. Is it fear, overwhelm, or just plain old laziness? Recognizing the root of your procrastination can be the first step towards conquering it and achieving your goals. We all have that little voice in our heads, right? Sometimes it cheers us on, but sometimes it's our own worst critic. Negative self-talk can be incredibly damaging, especially when it comes to achieving our goals. It's like having a constant stream of negativity, whispering doubts and fears in our ears. You're not good enough, it says. You're going to fail. Why even bother? This kind of self-talk can chip away at our confidence, making us hesitate to take risks or pursue our dreams. We start believing those negative thoughts, and they become self-fulfilling prophecies. We avoid challenges, shy away from opportunities, and ultimately hold ourselves back from reaching our full potential. It's like being stuck in quicksand. The more we struggle, the deeper we sink. So how do we silence that inner critic? Well, first we need to become aware of it. Pay attention to the thoughts running through your head. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, challenge those thoughts. Ask yourself, is this really true? Is there another way to look at this situation? Replace those negative thoughts with positive affirmations and focus on your strengths. Remember all the times you've succeeded in the past, and use that as fuel to propel yourself forward. Have you ever said yes to one too many things? That feeling of being stretched so thin you could snap? That's overcommitting, and it's a sneaky form of self-sabotage. We want to please everyone, be helpful, and take advantage of every opportunity. But in the process, we end up sacrificing our own well-being and hindering our progress towards our goals. It's like trying to juggle too many balls at once. Eventually, some are going to drop. When we overcommit, we spread ourselves so thin that we can't give our best to anything. We end up feeling stressed, exhausted, and resentful. Our work suffers, our relationships suffer, and our own personal growth takes a back seat. It's like running a marathon without ever stopping to rest or hydrate. You might make some progress, but you're likely to burn out before reaching the finish line. Learning to say no is crucial for avoiding overcommitment. It's about setting boundaries, prioritizing your time and energy, and focusing on what truly matters to you. It's not selfish, it's self-care. By being selective about what we commit to, we can ensure that we're giving our best to the things that align with our values and goals. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. You might think fear of failure is the biggest obstacle, but sometimes it's the fear of success that holds us back. It sounds counterintuitive, right? Why would anyone be afraid of achieving their dreams? Well, success can be scary. It can mean stepping outside our comfort zones, taking on new responsibilities, and facing the unknown. It might mean changing our lives in ways we're not ready for. We might fear the pressure of maintaining that success, the expectations that come with it, or the potential for disappointment. We might worry about losing our current life, our friends, or our sense of self. It's like standing at the edge of a diving board, knowing the jump will be exhilarating, but hesitating because of the fear of the impact. So we stay stuck, clinging to the familiar, even if it means sacrificing our potential. Overcoming the fear of success requires acknowledging it, understanding its roots, and challenging its validity. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Often our fears are based on irrational thoughts and assumptions. Focus on the positive aspects of success, the opportunities it will bring, and the personal growth it will foster. Remember, you are capable of handling whatever challenges come your way. It's important to dream big, right? We hear about people achieving incredible things, and it inspires us to set our sights high. But there's a difference between ambitious goals and unrealistic ones. Setting unrealistic goals is like trying to climb Mount Everest without any training or equipment. You're setting yourself up for disappointment and frustration. When our goals are too far out of reach, we're likely to feel overwhelmed and discouraged. We might make some initial progress, but the sheer magnitude of the task ahead can be paralyzing. It's like running a race where the finish line keeps moving further away. We lose motivation, our efforts dwindle, and we eventually give up, feeling like we've failed. Setting realistic goals is about finding the sweet spot between ambition and achievability. It's about breaking down large goals into smaller, manageable steps and celebrating each milestone along the way. This approach allows us to track our progress, maintain motivation, and build confidence in our ability to achieve great things. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither are most worthwhile goals. It's easy to point fingers when things go wrong, isn't it? We blame our parents, our partners, our bosses, the government, the weather, anything or anyone but ourselves. But blaming others is a surefire way to sabotage our own success. It's like trying to drive a car while looking in the rearview mirror. We're so focused on what's behind us that we can't see where we're going. When we blame others, we relinquish control over our own lives. We become victims of circumstance, powerless to change our situation. We fail to learn from our mistakes, grow as individuals, and take responsibility for our actions. It's like being stuck on a hamster wheel, running and running, but going nowhere. Taking personal responsibility is essential for growth and success. It means acknowledging our mistakes, learning from them, and making changes to avoid repeating them. It means owning our choices, both good and bad, and understanding that we have the power to shape our own destiny. Remember, the only person you can truly control is yourself. We all make mistakes. It's part of being human. But what separates those who succeed from those who don't is the ability to learn from those mistakes. If we keep repeating the same errors, we're essentially stuck in a self-sabotaging loop. It's like trying to solve a puzzle without learning from the pieces that don't fit. We'll keep trying the same wrong combinations, getting nowhere. When we fail to learn from our mistakes, we miss valuable opportunities for growth and development. We keep hitting the same roadblocks, wondering why we're not making progress. It's like walking into a wall over and over again, expecting a different outcome each time. Reflecting on our mistakes, understanding why they happened, and identifying what we can do differently next time is crucial for personal growth. It's about turning those mistakes into valuable lessons that shape our future decisions and actions. Remember, every mistake is an opportunity for learning and improvement. These are the 7 signs you might be sabotaging your own success: procrastination, negative self-talk, overcommitting, fear of success, unrealistic goals, blaming others, and not learning from mistakes. These are common patterns, but they don't have to define your journey. Start recognizing these patterns today and take a step towards a more successful you. Break free from the self-sabotaging cycle and unleash your full potential. You have the power within you to achieve your dreams. Believe in yourself, take action, and watch your life transform.